Good morning, mate. How are you? I woke up with a little bit of a sore throat today, so this might be a short one. And I don't even know exactly what I'm going to talk about. My throat's a little bit sore. I did plan on doing some other videos. I've got some other stuff written. There's one about Casemiro, which I've done. But I've just decided against filming while I was here, apart from these morning videos, which I think this is number 69 now. So 69 consecutive days, haven't missed one, and managed to crank out every single morning for 69 days. And I thought it was worth talking about, have I gone the wrong way here again? Consistency, positivity. Oh, can't get down here. And the sort of compounding effect of both of those things. And confidence. And I think that's what you're seeing with United. Although, the run won't last forever. If we can get, even if we just get Forest and Spurs, a couple wins there, the mood will go up a level or two again. And the mood's been great in this little 3-game winning run that we've been on. And there's so many pundits that I've been trying to take notes. By the way, I've seen a lot of nominations for Wibble Watch, but while I've been here, I've not been able to compile them and do a video on them, but Jay Bothroyd's one. I did write one last week, actually, about Gary Neville. And I called it, What's Happened to Gary Neville? And that was... There were several parts to that, to be honest, including the things that he said post the synagogue attack in Manchester. So I might do that one. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do that one. Still, I might do that one. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about consistency, getting it done. And sort of, a few days ago I started putting the episode number in the title of this video. Because the temptation, like mornings like this, so I had a look at the news. Looks like United are signing a couple of 16 and 17 year olds and an 18-year-old that we're linked to. And I thought, no, they don't work in a video like this. I don't know anything about them. So it'd just be me reading some names off. And I didn't want to do that. I thought, no, what I'll do is I'll save all of those and I'll do an actual scout report on them. Give me a few days. And I'll get that done. I think that's the best way to do it, rather than just say blah blah we'll link with whoever and then just bang a quick video out. So I'll wait and I'll give you some actual information when I get a chance to do that. And I had to read through the comments and I was thinking I'll just reply to some of the comments on this, and the same thing actually. Lots of stuff that was kind of in the same vein without really having too much on the nose. So I thought, well, I'll ask in the inner circle on Telegram if anyone's got any direct questions. And there's a few. One, when's Cantona getting a statue? And I think the bar's so high at United. You got 3 Ballon d'Or winners in Charlton, Law and Best. 3 people as worthy of any, or as any, in terms of getting a statue at any football club. But if that's the bar, then there's only Cristiano going to be getting one. There's a church up here, let's go have a look. There's only going to be Cristiano gets one at United. And I see people talking about, look at what Arsenal give statues out for, and you're like, okay, but we're not Arsenal, are we? So it's different. You can't really judge us by their standards. United are a club entirely by our own standards, aren't we? Can we have a walk around today, do you think? Let's have a walk about. Should Canton have one? For me, yeah. Should the class of 92 boys have one? Yeah. How could they not? Because it's some of the years on these gravestones, can't quite tell. That's how old they are. I can't read the inscriptions on them. I mean, they're old, aren't they? What's that say? 1820. I mean, this is nice, isn't it? So yeah, of course we should have. Of course, those people should have statues at United. And I don't think any of them are going to get one. I think it might be something that they do with the new stadium. I think they'll probably build something for that, around that. But who's on your list? Who gets a statue for like a certain generation of Reds, like the slightly older than my generation of Reds? Brian Robson's going to be one of the first names on that list. Does he get one? What about Andy Cole and Dwight York? Did they get one? What about Roy Keane? 1890. Do you know what? Didn't know I was going to be walking through a graveyard. But I kind of like walking through a graveyard. Especially if they've got some Commonwealth graves, the soldiers' graves. I can't spot any in here, to be honest with you, not immediately. But I always find it fascinating to go and see what's been said. Check the ages out. I was in Normandy, and you're looking at the graves of some of the guys that died. The amount of 18 and 19 is unfathomable. And I think it's a good thing. I wear skulls on my wrist as a memento mori. Stop taking everything so serious, because you are going to die. You know, and everything's mega important in it, but it's not. Or until it's not. Until it becomes, you know, close loved ones and family members. And I wonder how many people in here don't have anyone surviving them. I wonder how many people in here have got anyone that remembers them. And what does that mean then? Do you know what I mean? Some quite ornate gravestones all up around the back here, but the ones in the middle here, literally just the tiniest little, really worn, probably the original graves that were buried here. Don't know, it makes you think, doesn't it? I mean, like, look at that. Someone's family member. What does it say? I think that says 1753. In memory, Henry Andrews. One of the questions that I was asked in a circle is, which hiking gear do I recommend? So they were looking at it through that. They wanted a bit more information on the 7-layer stuff. So at the weekend we did a walk with 7-layer. I think there'll be some content coming out about that. I'm not sure when it'll be posted. But I did a little bit of a talk with Jamie that owns it. And we might be doing some work with them going forward on IRL as well. So for those not aware, 7-layer. 7 layers is the 7 layers, where it's named after the 7 layers of survival clothing. Your layer 1 being your base layer, your underwear, whether that's long sleeve or short sleeve. And then I don't know off the top of my head what all the different layers are, except that 7th layer is like your outside down jackets and trousers and stuff. So like a waterproof probably is like 5 maybe, something like that. But 7 layers, some good hiking gear. I got a handful of coats off them. The one I was wearing at the weekend was literally just a waterproof. It was very waterproof though because it was raining. It's good gear, you know, it's a Mancunian brand, or Cheshire I guess, technically. So if you want to support local and, you know, have something that's a little bit unique, then 7 layering, Jamie's the man to go to for that. Let's have a look at some of the rest of these questions. 1 year on from Ten Hag sacking, what's changed inside the club? What has changed inside the club? I guess that football board, your Barada, your Wilcox, etc. Even Vival, because I think Vival's behind a lot of these kids that we've seemingly signed today. What is that? A little bit of a horseshoe shape of privets. Oh, it's a water tank. I think they've got their teeth into their job. We've started to see the impact of their work now. I guess we've opened the new Carrington, or new section at Carrington. I think their work is always going to have been quite long-winded. I don't know if you can necessarily say that the football's definitely levels better than it was. I think there may have been a case of we've had to go backwards to go forward. Feels like that. I still think it's a bit early. You know, this is a manager that didn't want to come in during the season. Possibly seeing the reasons why for that now. I was going to say to someone here, but how has someone just been buried in 2022? Over there. That grey one there. We've got 300-year-old graves here, and a my guy here from 3 years ago. Must have, he was 90. Must have bags it that early doors. Yeah, I don't think you're necessarily seeing giant transformations yet. Again, it's everything, it's incremental, isn't it? It's almost like, I do this daily mobility routine, right? And some days I feel proper dumb doing it. I do the world's greatest stretch, and I always laugh at myself doing it. I'm like, look at me doing this fucking stretch. It's basically, you get in like a bit of a split squat, get your elbow down to your ankle, and then you twist and sort of reach up to the sky, and you kind of go, I just don't feel like it's doing anything. But you just got to trust the process that it will, one day. I got a player that plays me that had a double fracture of just above his ankle from a late tackle. He's not played in nearly a year, maybe over a year. When was it? February last year. No, we're coming up on like nearly 2 years since he played. He's back running and jogging, and he's not far off it. He's training okay, but he's not far off it. But his ankle mobility looks like he's taking the piss out of you. He can't get his knee to the edge of his toes, like to track over the edge of his toes. His knee comes forward maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches. It looks like he's taking the piss out of you. Now mine was tight because of the years of atrophy and the compartment syndrome that I had, but it weren't that bad. Now my flexibility in my ankles is really, really good. And the only reason for that is because I actually bothered my ass every single morning in my boxer shorts, in my living room for years, just doing dorsiflexions, calf stretches, drops off the bottom of the stairs. And you don't see the change that week, that day, that month, maybe not even for 3 or 4 months. But then you just realise after doing it for a year or so, you go, oh shit, look how far I can get. It's the same as all the going at the gym, isn't it? The first set of bench press you don't do. Or you do. You don't end up with an enormous chest. People don't be like, excuse me, Mr. Schwarzenegger, didn't know you lived around these. Oh, it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, like, you don't get that immediately. You have to do it for years and years and years and years and years. Set after set after set after set. And then you catch yourself in the mirror one day and you go, damn, boy's looking swole. And I think building a football team's a little bit like that. It's just constant repetition of and reinforcement of the same thing. And then one day, you go, oh, we got it. It's like that phrase, isn't it? It took 10 years to be an overnight sensation. I think there's an element of that, to be honest with you. Well, on the hiking gear, I wear a lot of Fruit Arc. I wear a lot of Corinthia. I have quite a lot of snug pack stuff as well. I've never really messed with Arc'teryx. What other stuff I've got quite a lot of Black Diamond, Outdoor Research. Thoughts on Tom Aspinall used as a bowling ball and then getting shit and being accused of being a quitter. Not an American, therefore you don't get treated as well as and protected as well as they do, because they want an American, whether it's as an organisation or as a fan base, they want an American to be holding the belt. Steve says, if we don't win this weekend, I'm taking over 4-4-2 my way to promotion. Oh, you mean like everyone else in the league? You'll get fucking nowhere. People just arguing back and forward about the Arsenal situation with so I'm looking for statues. What's a non-negotiable this weekend? Effort and fight. You can't look. We got a selection drama this weekend. I don't know at what point you lot will find out about it. Possibly at 2 o'clock on Saturday. Following the Royal Rumble. In the changing room after Knutsford. There's a player that's left. Some of you will know who it is. It's a big player. Some players didn't like being told some home truths. Some players don't react to criticism very well. So there's a player that's left and it's a big player. So we've had to replace him. Quick. So we got potentially 2 new signings at the weekend. Don't know who will start in place of this individual just yet. So, can't make any predictions of going on and winning. I just want to see effort. Just want to see our game plan executed properly. Cam's also struggling with an injury, so he'd be really important against... they got an ex-West Ham player playing left wing, so right back's an important position this week. So non-negotiables, it's just effort, and that's effort just never outworked. No, you can't control your touch sometimes, you can't control where your shots go, but you can control your effort and your attitude. So control your effort and your attitude, and I'll be happy as long as the effort and attitude is good. I'll be even happier if the effort, attitude and result are good. Apparently John Terry was rapping as his team was doing Baller League last night. Okay. I guess that's it. We'll call it a day there. Nearly 20 minutes, didn't anticipate that. I thought it was only going to be short. My throat is killing. I'm off to we're going to do a little bit around here this morning, and then we're off to the National Arboretum Memorial near Birmingham. Let's go and film some stuff ahead of Remembrance Sunday. So stay tuned for that, I guess. Otherwise, have a good day. Write it down. Stack your wins. Going back home tonight, and then providing this sore throat doesn't turn into anything drastic. Back in the gym tomorrow, get him hench. Alright, take it easy, man. Have a good day. See you in a bit.